Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Hallmark Home Mortgage Television. Brock with you here today, and this is a segment we like to call Hallmark Moments in History. Now there's so much history in all the communities that we serve, but we're starting in Fort Wayne today. We're going to focus on the life of Chief Little Turtle, the Battle of Kekionga, and its significance towards Fort Wayne getting its name. All right, let's take you back to October of 1790. This is when the Battle of Kekionga occurred. Now, Kekionga was located in the confluence of the three rivers, probably what we would call the lakeside neighborhoods today. This battle occurred right over on the other side of the Maumee. Again, Indiana was not a state, Fort Wayne was not a city, this was the Northwest Territory. And General Hallmark, Josiah Hallmark, led U.S. forces in this conflict. This was the first time U.S. forces fought since the Revolutionary War. Now, General Hallmark's men were not well equipped, they were not well prepared, some had never even fired a musket before. So when they entered this conflict against the Miami and Chief Little Turtle, they were not prepared whatsoever. Hallmark had a captain, John Hardin. He was defeated in what was modern-day Churubusco by Little Turtle and his warriors. And then Hallmark, on October 22nd of 1790, after thinking the Miami had left Kekionga by seeing burned houses and villages, which the Miami did intentionally, they came back. They tried to cross the Maumee. This is called Hallmark's defeat. There is two plaques in this location in Fort Wayne along Edgewater Street, one talking about the Battle of Kekionga, and then a plaque that mentions Major John Wiley's, who was killed in this crossing of the Maumee in this conflict, the Battle of Kekionga. So Chief Little Turtle had many other victories outside of the Battle of Kekionga. In 1791, in November of 1791, there was a battle near the head of the Wabash River at Fort St. Clair, and Chief Little Turtle and his men routed U.S. forces, and it's the single biggest defeat between Native Americans and the United States military to this day. Eventually, all of this adds up to the Battle of Fallen Timbers, which is near the Toledo area in modern times, and this is where the United States puts General Anthony Wayne in charge. This is a third attempt at encroaching into the Northwest Territories with U.S. forces, and at this time, Chief Little Turtle, one of the chiefs involved in this conflict, realizes the U.S. forces are just too numerous. He reluctantly signs the Treaty of Greenville in 1795. This was to make peace between Native Americans and Americans. Chief Little Turtle's life after these conflicts is quite fascinating. He really did want Americans and Native Americans to coexist and live together in peace. He was somebody that really wanted to progress relations on this front. He met several U.S. presidents. In 1796, he met President George Washington at the time. He was given a ceremonial sword, and from General Kosciuszko, he was given ceremonial pistols. He also met John Adams and Thomas Jefferson. He did work on many fronts. He visited Philadelphia and Washington, D.C. a couple of times. He lived an extraordinary life. He also was somebody that was deeply against alcohol. He did not want to see his people succumb to the ill effects of alcohol, and that was something that was passionate for him as well in his lifetime. Chief Little Turtle died in 1812, in July of 1812, I believe, and there is a wonderful little memorial here to him within Fort Wayne. You would never find it unless you really sought it out. It is on Lawton Place. It's between two homes, and I believe in 1912 there was some work being done on a home with its cellar being dug out or repositioned, and the workers found a grave, and that grave ended up being Chief Little Turtle. They knew this because they found the ceremonial sword that was presented from President Washington at the time. So they reinterred Chief Little Turtle, made this memorial. There's several stones that sort of talk about some happenings in his life, the Treaty of Greenville, And it's a wonderful little memorial. You should check it out if you're in that area of Lawton Place. As we said, so these events, these conflicts that led up to the defeat at Fallen Timbers with regards to the Native Americans really led to the signing of the Treaty of Greenville in 1795. Now, prior to that, to honor Anthony Wayne, a fort was established in Kekionga, which then became Fort Wayne in 1794. So, due to these conflicts and the Battle of Kekionga and things like this, Fort Wayne really came about in getting its name from this strand of history. All right, that's going to do it for another episode of Hallmark Home Mortgage Television, Hallmark Moments in History. We hope you enjoyed this one. Leave us a comment below. What else would you like us to explore, whether it's in this area or somewhere else? We'd love to go tell that story and provide you some information. Hey, if you want more on this particular subject with Chief Little Turtle, the Battle of Kekionga, check out 3 books that are written by a local author, Jim Pickett: The Bones of Kekionga, The March to Kekionga, and The Siege of Kekionga. Now, this is historic fiction, so most of the information is completely accurate with characters, timelines, events. Jim's done a nice job to fill in what potential dialogue may have been between these actors during these times. So check him out. His information will be listed below. By the way, if you're looking to buy, build, or refinance, give the great folks at Hallmark Home Mortgage a call. You can call them today or get your journey started at onehallmark.com. That's going to do it for this episode. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Brock saying go find the great things in your community, and we'll see you next time.